Hello and welcome to another episode of Friday Fly Day. Sorry I missed last week, it was a bit of a busy week. But today we're continuing the theme of the Pheasant Tail Nymph, and today we're adding CDC feathers, a bit like a soft hackle. So here we go. We'll be tying this fly on size 14 Barbed nymph hooks from I Love Fly Fishing. We'll be using 2.5mm black nickel tungsten beads. We'll obviously be using some pheasant tail, some Peacock Herl, some small copper wire. We'll be using some 80 Veevus thread. That's a new range from I Love Fly Fishing. Have a look, there's a bunch of new materials on the website, including lots of threads from Veevus and others. So we'll start with our thread, and as I always do, I'm going to go into the slot and just wind around a bit till that bead gets stuck. That's my method of just keeping that bead there, and it seems to work quite well. Okay, so that keeps the bead there. And I'm just going to lay a base of thread using that tag end to keep it nice and even. And I'm going to go to just before the bend of the hook. Now I'm going to take my small copper wire and I'm going to be tying that in on the near side of the hook. Securing that. And I'll get a nice bunch of pheasant tail, probably about 6 or 8 fibers. Pull them away from the shank, that will even them up, and snip them off. Now you take your pheasant tail fibers and you measure them against the shank, and I want them about a hook shank length. Then pinch it to make a wrap up between your fingers, a loose wrap, and pull it down and get those fibers trapped right on the top. Give it another wrap over and then come in front. Now I'm going to use a rotary vise to wind these, but you can do this by hand as well. And I'm going to come right back underneath to cover that thread and then go forward. And I'll go about to there, leaving room for the thorax. Okay. Slightly broken fiber there. Pull that off. Come right. Okay. Tie those in. Off. And then to make this quick, I'm just going to counter wind the copper wire and then tie that off. And I'll helicopter the copper wire to remove that. Okay. Now for this one, I'm not going to do a wing case. I've got the CDC moving over it, but you could put a flash or just a normal wing case. In this case, I'm just going to use one Peacock Herl fiber. Tie that in. And now I'm going to be wrapping that around my thread, because that's how I like to do this, because it gives that Peacock Herl a bit of strength. And I'm going to wind that thorax. Okay. Now I'll tie that off. Pinch that extra off, snap the rest. Okay. Now we're ready for the CDC. So pick a feather that's appropriate size to the fly you want to tie. I want my feathers to be a little bit longer than the hook shank, so Pick that CDC feather, and then I'm just going to pull back the fibers a bit so expose the tip. So I have a little bit of a bit to tie that in with. Just going to catch that, tie it in tightly. I'm actually going to keep that tip and fold it back. It's very fine anyway. And now I'm going to grab my hackle pliers and put that onto the CDC. I'm going to wet my fingers and fold the CDC back and then wind it forward. Probably want only about 3 wraps, and then catch it and tie it off. You don't need a ton of CDC on these flies. Okay, my fingers again, fold it back, give it a couple of wraps to secure it, and then I'm just going to whip finish. And here you can add super glue or head cement to just keep that secure. And you can pinch off any stray fibers. Fold it back. And there you have it. That's the CDC Pheasant Tail variant. It's a bit like a soft hackle, and it's got a bead as well, nice as a point fly. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click one of the next ones that are coming up. There's a whole playlist of these Friday Fly Day videos with lots of different patterns for you to try. And yeah, if you want to, subscribe to see more. And I'll thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.